Thursday, 31st October 2024. My dear honorable colleagues, we have some announcements coming from the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first one is in respect of submission of Federal Government of Nigeria 2025 to 2027 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper. With your permission, I will read the message. It says, it is with pleasure that I forward herewith the 2025 to 2027 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper, MTEF and FSP, for the kind consideration and approval by the House of Representatives. The 2025 to 2027 MTEF and FSP was approved during the Federal Executive Council meeting of 10th November 2024. The House is hereby invited to note that as the 2025 budget of the federal government will be prepared based on the parameters and fiscal assumptions of the approved 2025 to 2027, it is imperative to seek the National Assembly's expeditious legislative action on this submission. While I trust that the House of Representatives will consider this submission expeditiously, please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Yours sincerely signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We also have another announcement coming again from the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This time it is in respect of transmission of the National Social Investment Program Agency Establishment Amendment Bill 2024 for considerations of the National Assembly. And the message reads as follows. Pursuant to Section 58, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I forward herewith for the consideration and passage by the House of Representatives the National Social Investment Program Agency Establishment Amendment Bill 2024 for the amendment of the National Social Investment Program Agency Act 2023. The purpose of the bill is to make the National Social Register the primary targeting tool for the implementation of social investment programs of government. This will ensure our social welfare programs are data-driven and implementation processes are transparent, targeted, dynamic, and effective in delivering social protection benefits to vulnerable Nigerians. While hoping that the House of Representatives will consider this submission in the usual expeditious manner, please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Yours sincerely, signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Again, we have another announcement still coming from the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this time around, it is a respect of request for the resolution of the National Assembly for the implementation of the new external borrowing of 1,767,610,321,779 naira, which is about the equivalence of $2.209 billion in the 2024 Appropriation Act. And the message reads as follows. In accordance with the provisions of Section 21, subsection 1, and Section 27, subsection 1 of the Debt Management Office, DMO, Establishment Act 2023, and the approval of the Federal Executive Council, I write to request for a resolution of the National Assembly to raise the sum of 1,767,610,321,779 naira, equivalent of 2,209,512,902 at the budget exchange rate of USD 1 to 800 naira, provided as new external borrowing in the 2024 Appropriation Act to part finance the budget deficit of 9.179 trillion in the 2024 budget. Implementation of the new external borrowing in the 2024 Appropriation Act. The Right Honorable Speaker may wish to recall that the 2024 Appropriation Act approved the sum of 7,828,529,477,860 naira as new borrowings to part finance the 2024 budget deficit of 9.179 trillion naira. The total new borrowing of 7.828 trillion was further subdivided into new domestic borrowing of 6.061 trillion naira and new external borrowing of 1.76 trillion naira. Table 1 below clarifies the makeup. That is the third one. The next announcement is coming from the President of the Senate. And the subject matter is notification of valedictory session in honor of late Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, CON. His message reads as follows. You will recall, Mr. Speaker, that on 27th of July 2024, the National Assembly and indeed the entire country received with grief and deep shock news of the sudden and untimely death of distinguished Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, CON, in the United Kingdom. Until his demise, Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, CON, was the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District. Mr. Speaker, you are also aware that in line with our practice and convention as legislators, a valedictory session is often held in honor of any deceased legislator before final interment. Accordingly, I hereby use this medium to notify you about the valedictory session to be held by the Senate in honor of the late distinguished Senator Dr. Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, CON, on Tuesday, 19th November 2024 at the Senate chambers within the usual time of our plenary. As always, please accept the esteemed assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Dr. Godswill Obot Akpabio, GCON. We have a couple of announcements coming from members, beginning with Honorable Bamidele Salami. His message is in respect of National Children Leadership Conference 2024, request for approval for legislative excursion to the National Assembly, Abuja. His message reads as follows. I'm pleased to present the compliments of the Children of Africa Leadership and Values Development Initiative, CALDEV, a non-governmental organization. The CALDEV National Children Leadership Conference is an annual event that started in 2021 in celebration of the United Nations Universal Children's Day, which is celebrated on November 28th each year to promote international togetherness and awareness among children worldwide and improve children's welfare. This 2024 edition of the conference is scheduled to hold from Sunday, 17th to Thursday, 21st November 2024 in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. I therefore write to seek your approval for legislative excursion to the National Assembly, Abuja, to enable the children have a tour of the National Assembly and also observe the plenary sittings of the House of Representatives and the Senate to have a first-hand experience of the law-making process and also enhance their civic literacy as a key learning objective of the conference. Below are full details of the legislative excursions date today, Tuesday, 19th November 2024. The number of children that are here, that will be here, will be 200 within the age range of 12 to 17 years. And number of adults that will be here will be 20. For more inquiries, please liaise with the member. While looking forward to receiving your consideration, please accept the highest assurances of my highest regard. Signed, Rep. Bamidele Salami, President Caldev. Are the children here with us? Please, can you rise for recognition? Members, can we appreciate their presence here? You are welcome. You may please sit down. Again, we have with us students from the Lord's Educational Services, Lord's College Street, Tudun-Wada, Nasarawa State. They are also here on an excursion. Please, if you are around, can you rise for recognition? You are most welcome. Please sit down. Again, we have students coming from Freedom City International Christian School, located at 16 Muhammad Street, Abacha Road, Maraba. Are you here with us? Can you rise for recognition? Please, let us appreciate their presence here. They are welcome. Please sit down. The last but not the least, our student coming from Excellent Grade International School. Their school is located at number 1 Regi Emmanuel Road by Mopo Station, IMI Scheme Quarters, Kubwa, FCT, Abuja. You are most welcome. Please sit down. Honorable colleagues, we have notification of birthday, and today I'm glad to inform you that 2 of our members are celebrating their birthdays. They are Honorable Pondi Julius Babojo, member representing Burutu Federal Constituency of Delta State. The other member is Honorable Adeboyega Adefarati, member representing Akoko Southwest East Federal Constituency of Ondo State. Are they here with us? Please, honorable members, can we appreciate them? Congratulations, my dear brother. Happy birthday. We have another announcement, this time on a sad note, coming from Honorable Abedi Frederick, member representing Sabama Ekeremo Federal Constituency of Bayelsa State. And his message is in respect of death and stroke burial notification. And the message reads as follows. It is with glory to God and a great sense of loss I write to notify you of the painful demise of my brother, late Chief Alex Edemupomon Abedi Towezi, who passed on to eternal glory on the 15th of August 2024. He was 66 years old. The service of songs is scheduled to hold on the 13th of November 2024 at his residence number 8, Agadaba Street, Owase Community, Udu Local Government, Delta State, while the laying in state and interment shall be on the 15th of November 2024 at his hometown, Okun Agoro, Ekeremo Local Government Area of Bayelsa State. My family and I will be greatly honored and comforted if you can avail us with prayers for his demise. Please accept the assurances of my highest esteem. Signed, Honorable Chief Abedi Frederick, PhD. Honorable colleagues, shall we rise to observe a minute silence in the memory of this wonderful human being? May his soul rest in peace. Honorable colleagues, the document in respect of the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper, which I earlier announced, would, with your consent and permission, be referred to the Committee on Finance for further legislative action. While the document in respect of the resolution of the National Assembly for the implementation of the new external borrowing will be referred to the Committee on Loans and Aids Management. Any member with petition? Yes, Honorable Cyril.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Hart Cyril Godwin. I represent the fabulous people of Boni Degema Fidro constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from River State. I rise to present the petition from Boni Youth 360 in Boni local government area, signed by Moses Francis Ibe, Kelvin Danjumbo, Tamnotoin Jumbo, and others. It's against the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency concerning the extrajudicial killing of Mrs. Kelechi Augustine Ibe in Boni local government area. They pray the House to investigate the murder of Mrs. Kelechi Ibe by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and compensation for the family of the deceased. Mr. Speaker, may I seek the leave of the House to lay this petition?
Please go ahead. Right Honorable.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker, my colleagues. My name is Clement Ijimbo. I still represent the very good people of Abak, Etmekbo, Ika Federal Constituency. I am from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to lay a petition on behalf of Mr. Simon Peter Achibon. He is petitioning the Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, NEPZA, and is appealing to this honorable House to intervene and direct NEPZA to honor investigation report which supported his reinstatement and restore his job without further delay in accordance with the provisions of articles as contained in NEPZA conditions of service. With the leave of Mr. Speaker and this honorable House, I pray to lay this petition. Thank you.
Please go ahead. Honorable Patrick.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Patrick Umo. I represent the entire people of Fikor Ekpene, Esienudum, Obodokara Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am a proud son of Akwa Ibom State. I rise to lay a petition titled Recognition and Validation of Governing Council Decision. The petition is authored by Jeremiah Akpabio, who is the Registrar and Secretary of Council on behalf of the Federal Polytechnic, Ukana, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. With your kind permission, Mr. Speaker, may I lay this petition before the House?
Please proceed. Any more petitions? All petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petition for further legislative action. Please, a correction to my earlier announcement on the referral of the MTF document. The committees that are supposed to take care of that document are committees on finance and committee on national planning and economic development. Please effect that correction accordingly. Thank you. Honorable colleagues, without any waste of time, we proceed to matters of urgent public importance. And the first motion we have before us is coming from Honorable Uchenna Harris Okonkwo. If Honorable Okonkwo is around, please can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, my dear honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Uchenna Harris Okonkwo. I represent the people of Idemili North and South Federal Constituency. I am from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning coming under Order 8, Rule 5, to allow for me to move this motion on urgent public importance with the subject matter condemning the attacks by unknown gunmen in Anambra State, including Abatete and Ukbo, calling for urgent action, and as well condemning the attacks on the convoy of Honorable Ginger Onwusibe that occurred yesterday. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder to the first leg of the motion? Any seconder?
Honorable colleagues, please resume to your seats.
Honorable
Please.
Clement. Honorable Clement? Is there no Clement there?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No Clement is Honorable Mudashiru Lukman. I rise this morning to second the motion ably moved by my colleagues. I so second. Thanks.
Have you properly introduced yourself?
Sorry, Mr. Speaker. I am Honorable Mudashiru Lukman, representing the good people of Iwo Ayedire Olaoluwa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Osun State. I rise this morning to second the motion ably moved by my colleagues. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. The second leg of the motion, Honorable Idu. Is it Honorable Idu there? Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Honorable Attorney Matthew Wogu. I rise to the second leg of the motion based on the fact that the motion is very important and should be heard now. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it. Please proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. The House, recognizing the constitutional responsibility of the government to safeguard the lives and property of its citizens, acknowledging the increasing violence in Anambra State perpetrated by unknown gunmen, which has created fear, grief, and instability amongst residents. Alarmed by the brazen attack that occurred on the morning of the 18th of November 2024 in the communities of Abatete, Idemili North local government, and Ukbo, resulting in the tragic death toll of about 10 individuals, including the President General of Abatete, alongside other innocent victims. As well, recognizing the attack that was done on the convoy of Honorable Ginger Onwusibe and leading to the death of some security personnel, the House is deeply concerned about this threat and violence that poses a disruption to peace, social cohesion, and economic development in the region. The House further resolves to strongly condemn the brutal attacks by the unknown gunmen in Abatete, Ukbo communities of Anambra State, and that to the convoy of Honorable Ginger Onwusibe, having caused the senseless loss of life, including that of community leaders and others. The House further resolves to commiserate with the families of the victims who lost their lives in the attack and extend profound condolence to all those affected while offering prayers to swift recovery of those that are injured. The House resolves to observe a minute of silence in honor of the lives lost in this tragic incident of insecurity in the region. The House further mandates the Committee on Defense to conduct an urgent fact-finding mission to Abatete, Ukpo, and other regions of affected areas of security menace and report back to the House in 2 weeks, and as well liaise with the Anambra State government to come together and the federal security agencies to come together to find a lasting solution to these issues. Mr. Speaker, dear honorable colleagues, I so move.
Honorable Agilo, can you second?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My dear colleagues, my name is Umar Agilo, member representing Makarpi, Kudan, the federal constituency. I am from Kaduna State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my dear brother and colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Defense for further legislative action. Please shall we rise for a minute silence. May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Matter of urgent public importance is coming
Order,
from-
please. Honorable colleagues, please return to your seats, please.
The next matter of public urgent importance is coming from Honorable Umar Shehu Agilo. If he's around, please can you rise and move your motion. Are you ready? Please go ahead.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. My name is Umar Agilo, member representing Makarpi, Kudan Federal Constituency. I am from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I have a motion for urgent to investigate the correctional facilities disease outbreak in Kaduna Prison Service Office. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I come to order 825 to allow me to take these motions as an urgent enough. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Yes, Honorable, I can't see the face properly at the back. Yes, please go ahead.
The People's Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Ambassador Daniel Asama Ago, and I represent the people of Basajos North Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Plateau State. I beg to second that my honorable colleague should be allowed to move this matter as an urgent matter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, please.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, Honorable Kelechi.
The right, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Kelechi Ogu. I'm from Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. I rise to second the motion moved by my colleague, Honorable Agino. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues. I'm still remain Umar Ajilo, member representing Makarpi Kudan Federal Constituency. I am from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, worried that the Kaduna State Correctional Facility has been splotched by a menstrual disease outbreak, resulting in a significant loss of lives amongst inmate populations. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, these disturbing trends necessitated immediate attention and actions from our esteemed Assembly. Also concerned that besides over-congestion in the correctional facilities, inmates are also suffering from lack of food, which has aggravated their health condition and spread of several diseases. Aware that the investigation is crucial to ensuring accountability, transparency, and the protections of human rights within our correctional facilities. It is our collective responsibilities as lawmakers to safeguard the lives and dignity of all Nigerians, including those in custody. Noted that together we can ensure that the justice is served and the lives of those in our care are protected. I thank you for your attention, Mr. Speaker. Resolve to conduct an urgent investigation into the cause of this disease outbreak of Kaduna Correctional Facilities. Number 2, to identify the measures to prevent future occurrence of and ensuring the health and well-being of inmates and staffs. Number 3, to collaborate with the relevant agencies to provide immediate medical assistance and support to affected individuals. Number 4, to do a minute silence for those that are recently dead in these correctional facilities. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Let's see from this side. Honorable Nweke, I've always been accused of not looking this way.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Nweke Felix Uche. I represent Eleme Tai, Oyigbo Federal Constituency. I'm from Rivers State. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Honorable, you didn't make any prayer on which committee to be referred to, but I believe this is an incident that should go to the Committee on Correctional Services for further legislative action. And a point of information, please, any member who knows that his motion is on notice should not please also request for space for matters of urgent public importance. We can only give you one slot at a time. So please let's take note, because I was made to understand, Honorable Ajilu, that you have a motion on notice as well today, in case you don't know. So next time, please, if you know you have a motion on notice, please try to keep away from requesting a slot for matters of public urgent importance so that we can allow other members to also have a say. Thank you. The last but not the least is a motion coming from Honorable Barrister Harrison Anozi Nwadike. If Honorable Harrison is around, can you please rise and move your motion? Honorable Harrison?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Barrister Harrison Anozie Nwadike. I'm a native of Isu clan, and I represent the good people of Isu, Njaba, Nkwere, Wangele Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I'm from Imo State. I arise this morning to move a motion of urgent public importance standing from Order 8 through 5 with the topic of need to revitalize the vocational skill acquisition centers under the National Directorate of Employment, NDE, in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I request that this motion be allowed to be moved by myself under this Order 8 Rule 5 as important enough and urgent enough to be moved. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg of the motion? Honorable Zok, can you second after telling us the subject matter? I'm not saying that you are at fault. Eh? I just felt that you should be given the opportunity.
Okay.
It's a rare privilege now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Gabriel Saleh Zok, member representing the good people of Kachiaka Gerko Federal Constituency. I rise to second a motion ably moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That's it. The second leg of the motion. Any seconder?
Order, please.
Any seconder?
Honorable Falake.
The leader of the youth. Honorable Nala Roba, please can you approach the chair?
Thank you, our own GCON. Our speaker, the people's speaker. I remain Olamiju Wonlo Ayodeji Alao Akala, representing Nigerians starting from Ogumosho North, South, and Owerri Federal Constituency. I hereby rise this morning to second the second leg of this motion. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is it. Honorable Harrison, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, for allowing me to move this motion. The House notes the current President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration's vision of promoting skill acquisition and entrepreneurship as drivers of the economic growth and social development. The House further notes the current status of skill acquisition centers in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria managed by the National Directorate of Employment, NDE, reveals a critical need for revitalization. Many centers across various states are non-functional, largely due to building dilapidation, vandalization, and lack of maintenance. Essential resources and tools for training are often missing or outdated, further hindering their ability to deliver effective vocational skill training. The House is cognizant that these centers designed to offer crucial skill sets such as hairdressing, ICT, GSM repairs, soap making, radio and TV repairs, plumbing, carpentry, automobile, fabrication, satellite installation and maintenance, shoe and bag making, electrical installation, welding, computer operations, etc., are vital for reducing unemployment and fostering entrepreneurship. Yet these deteriorating conditions have significantly limited their impact. Immediate intervention is required to restore functionality and ensure these centers fulfill their potential in adequately equipping Nigerians for the present and future economic viability through skill acquisition, particularly the youths. The House is aware that currently there are 87 NDE-managed skill acquisition centers across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, where 54 centers are barely functional, while 33 centers remain non-functional, raising concern about the overall effectiveness of the initiative. To maximize the impact of these centers, it is crucial to ensure that all of them nationwide are operational. The House is further aware that these skill acquisition centers are located in different centers across the following states: Imo State, Bauchi, Kebbi, Katsina, Gombe, Rivers, Anambra, Kaduna, Niger, Yobe, Osun, Edo, Enugu, Ekiti, Adamawa, Oyo, Borno, Sokoto, Ondo, Ebonyi, FCT, Delta, Cross River, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Ogun, Jigawa, Benue, and Kwara states. These centers are spread across the country, indicating the broad reach of the NDE's vocational training initiatives. The House is concerned that the increasing number of non-functional skill acquisition centers in Imo State and other parts of Nigeria is a matter of great concern. With 33 centers currently non-functional, the intended goal of equipping the nation's youth with essential vocational skills is being undermined. This situation is contributing to rising unemployment, as these centers were designed to offer critical training in areas such as computer operations, welding, hairdressing, shoemaking, satellite installation, etc. Skills that are crucial for self-employment and economic empowerment. It should be noted with nostalgia that Nigeria now relies on foreign nationals from mostly West African countries like Togo, Benin Republic, Cameroon, etc., to fill the medium-skilled labor market gap. The House is worried that the inability to utilize these centers, particularly in Imo State, located at Comprehensive Secondary School, Amo-Zarisi Alambano local government, Old Nwangele local government council, Amibo, within Isu Njaba Nkwere Nwangele federal constituency, and Comprehensive Secondary School, Amuzi in Ayazu, Mbise, is leaving many young people without access to opportunities for skill development, thereby exacerbating the already high unemployment rate among youths in Imo State. Therefore, immediate efforts to revitalize these centers are necessary to unlock their potentials and provide the needed training for thousands of unemployed Nigerians, fostering entrepreneurship and reducing dependency on limited job opportunities. The House is further worried that the prolonged non-functional state of many of these skill acquisition centers have left our youth feeling disillusioned and frustrated. These centers were established to provide essential vocational training, offering a pathway to self-employment and economic independence. However, with 33 centers non-functional, many young people are left without access to these critical resources, deepening their sense of hopelessness in a job market that is already saturated. The House is disturbed that for many of these youths, the non-operational status of the centers symbolizes broken promises and missed opportunities, leading to rising disaffection and discontent. The situation risks further alienating the younger generation who see these centers as potential avenue to escape unemployment and poverty, as well as steering them away from the path of crime and violence. Immediate action to restore and revitalize these centers is not only essential for the economic future, but also for restoring their confidence in governmental initiatives aimed at youth empowerment. The House resolves to 1. Urgently constitute an ad hoc committee to liaise with the National Directorate of Employment to conduct a holistic survey of the requirements needed to reactivate these 33 non-functional and the barely functional 54 skill acquisition centers with a view of making all 87 to optimally function within the 2025 budget cycle. 2, the adult committee to liaise with the Committee on National Planning, Economic Development, and Appropriation to ensure that adequate budgetary provision is made in the 2025 Appropriation Act to ensure revitalization of the NDE skill acquisition centers across the country. 3, Mr. Speaker, take any additional measure deemed necessary to support and advance the objective of this motion and report within 2 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I so move.
Amendment.
Yes, Honorable. Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, Olumide Oshoba representing Abeokuta North, Obafemi Ode, and another federal constituency from Ogun State. My amendment is to his prayer 1, where he said an ad hoc committee should be formed. The NDE is under the Committee on Labor and Productivity, and I expect that the committee should be the one to handle this. Thank you so much. I so amend.
Any seconder to the amendment? Honorable Idem.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Rowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the amended motion as proposed by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Any seconder to the main body of the motion? Honorable Billy.
Thank you, my right honorable speaker. My honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru. I still represent the good people of Oriomo Nwode Federal Constituency of Edo State, a very proud Benin chief. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this motion, ably moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Labor for further legislative action. The chair rules. Can you move that the House suspend its rules? Suspension of the remaining items on the order paper to enable us for members to pay their last respect on the...
Professor Lillian, go back to your seat.
Order, please. Bamidele. Abdul Samad. Yerima. Return to your seats, please.
It's working now. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Francis Ejirogene Waive is my name, and I represent the entire people of Ugele North, Ugele South, and Udu. I'm from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, as announced earlier with the message we got from the President of the Senate, the time to pay the last respect to our departed colleague, distinguished Senator Uba, is about now. I therefore rise to move that all the matters on the order paper today be suspended according to our rules. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Lambaruna, please, can you second?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My distinguished colleagues, I rise up to second the motion ably moved by my chairman that the other rules and order paper should be suspended. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. The Leader of the House, can you move for adjournment, please?
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihovere, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that the House do adjourn plenary tomorrow, 11 a.m., same venue. I so move.
Minority?
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, Aliu Sanuma Daki is my name. I represent the Ala Federal Constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, same venue, same time. I do second, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Please, honorable members, we will adjourn to tomorrow, 11 a.m. I urge all of us to go as a group to go and pay our last respects to the body of our departed colleague. And then from there, we can all disperse to wherever we want, please.